You probably know the feeling. You catch yourself looking in the mirror again, asking yourself if you should lose weight, gain more muscle, or just look a bit different. There's always something. I've been training for years, and last year I started to taking it seriously. But last few months, something changed. I stopped obsessing over my body, over the looks, and that's where something started to click. I had more energy, looked better, and actually enjoyed training again. In this video, I will share what really changed and 5 truths that might be a wake-up call for you too. I'm not saying I'm there yet. I still want to improve, still want to progress, but I'm not obsessing over my body anymore. And that's exactly the point. A year ago, I decided to take on a DEXA scan to check my body composition, but mainly to check my body fat percentages. And this was a wake-up call. I was at 28%, which I know can be a lot and can be not too much, but honestly, for me, I felt like this was too much. And I decided to take on the 75-day challenge. Honestly, I did most of the things, but not everything. Reading every day wasn't one of the things I was doing every day, but what I did was eating better or eating less and moving more. So I was doing that. I lost weight. I lost 10 kg of fat in 2-3 months. I was leaner, I was smaller, but I was not stronger. I was not healthier. So over the months, after being 10 kg smaller, something shifted. I began to focus on being healthy, sleeping better, eating better, just recovering better overall, and training smarter. Truth number 1, focus on performance and not aesthetics. I once heard from Lucy Davis, a BPN athlete, hybrid athlete, or maybe I just saw it on an Instagram post, I don't remember, but anyways, she said that she felt the best since she was focusing on performance, and her body looks the best since she stopped focusing on her body and she started focusing on performance. And that's really something I've tried to apply over the last few months, and that's something that also helped me a lot. I focused on being better at running, which was my core goal this year. Running more, running my first marathon, and I focused on that, doing that better, being faster, being just better at running every single day. I was focusing on that, and just by doing that, I was training for a purpose and not just because of pressure to look better. Yeah, that's one of the key points that really shifted in my head. Truth number 2. Honestly, you should focus on confidence and stop comparing yourself. I am the shortest one among all my friends, really all my friends. So they are, for some reason, all tall. Anyways, it used to get to me, but over time I realized that it wasn't about being the tallest one or the fittest one. It was just about knowing who you are and what you could bring, bring the value that you can bring. And I realized that the first step to being more confident is to being better at something. And how can you be better at something is to take action. So really take action of implementing everything you're doing every day. Performance, so be better at that. Automatically your body will follow. You will create more confidence, and your confidence creates also a better impact on your body. Not only will people look you and feel like you look better because you are looking better, but also because you're giving that confidence. Confidence brings and shines everywhere. If you fix what's inside, the outside will catch up. Truth number 3, focus on lifestyle and not restriction. Honestly, when I started to lose weight, the only thing I was thinking about was eating less and moving more, running more in that moment. But at some point, when I did lost those 10 kg, I was like, okay, but now I don't want to eat because I'm afraid to gain that weight back. I was so restricted and so focused on only losing weight that there was something not clicking. Right now, I'm not restricting myself. I'm not dieting like everyone call it. I'm just living normal. Of course, I'm aware of what I'm eating every day. I'm focusing on 1.6 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. And that's because Dr. Lane Norton, a nutrition scientific, it's something he's recommending. So that's for me the most important thing. So for me, it would be around 120 grams of protein per day. And other than that, I try to avoid carbs at the end of the day. And I just look at my plate. Does it look too much or not? And that's how I'm going through life now. I'm not afraid to eat a cookie or something like that. I'm not afraid to go and drink something with a friend or with my girlfriend. That's okay. I'm not doing that every day. That's the thing. I'm balancing everything out. Of course, my focus is my performance and be better. So I could not be eating everyday pizza, cookies, or everything that taste amazing? No, but there are also amazing things in the normal lifestyle that everyone calls healthy. I just have like my plan, and it's easier to follow, it's easier to be consistent, and that's the most important thing in your lifestyle, being consistent in what you're doing. So I'm focusing on my sleep. I try to be around 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. in my bed, so I can wake up naturally at 7 a.m. That's it. I'm not putting any restriction. If I need to go to a party because I promised it to my friends, I'm going to. Not every single week, but from time to time. Nick Bear, very famous hybrid athlete, he's doing the same. He's balancing, he's not restraining himself. Your body doesn't need perfection, it needs consistency. Truth number 4, and I'm sure you have heard it everywhere, but this one is really a strong one for me. I had like a side job, flexi job, it's called here in Belgium, in the mornings, early mornings. So I woke up at 4 a.m. and did my work till 9 a.m. and then started my other job. And then at the end of the day, I tried to fit in my workouts. I removed that and I focused on better recovery. So now I'm focusing on sleeping better. Something I still need to improve is going to bed without any of the screens I have all the time with me. But what I'm doing good now is sleeping more. I'm sleeping between 7 and 8:30 hours, depending on how tired I am, and then wake up naturally. That's also something a sleeping scientist is recommending. You should wake up naturally. Recovery was one of the things that really helped me get better and get stronger. If you want your body to grow, learn to rest as hard as you train. If you are enjoying this video, if you are getting value out of this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what is something that shifted for you, that created or that is helping you to create your body you want without obsessing over it. What are you doing right now to be better overall? More performance, more confidence, that consistency, that sleep, that recovery. What are you doing? Let me know in the comments. 5th and last truth is focus on your goal and not someone else's goal. As I said in my previous video, you shouldn't be copying influencers to get fit. You should focus on your goal. And there are various reasons why you shouldn't copy anyone else's goal, you know? You should focus on yours. The first question I might ask you is, what do you really want? Do you want to be a bodybuilder? Do you want to be the most aesthetic person in your country, in your city? If yes, commit fully. Go on, train more, be more healthy. You need to make that shift that you will need to work, put on the work. If not, why are you pressuring yourself to be someone you maybe do not want to be? Ask yourself, what do you want to be honestly? Write that down and let me know in the comments what's really your goal. I know you want to be fit, and honestly, I'm still working on my body. I'm not obsessing over my body. I'm focusing on being happy, doing things I like. So if you feel like this message should be shared with someone else, please share it with someone else. If you're starting this journey, subscribe, because we're growing together, we are getting happier together. So let's get jacked together.